and quiet life, choosing to live among the very neighbors her husband terrorized on that October day. Because of their forgiveness and comfort, she and her family have been able to find peace while still searching for answers.
America's latest school shooting brings horror to the Amish world.
It was a tragedy in the most unexpected place, a rural community known for shunning the modern world.
What happened today in the West Nickel Mines Amish School in rural Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, has horrified the country.
On October 2nd, 2006, a lone gunman stormed a one-room Amish schoolhouse, held the classroom hostage, and shot 10 schoolgirls, killing 5 before taking his own life. The man responsible was Charles Roberts, a husband and father of 3.
It appears that when he began shooting the victims, these victims were shot execution style in the head.
Though not Amish himself, Roberts lived less than a mile from the school he terrorized. 7 years later, his wife Marie is finally able to discuss it. The question that everyone has from the outside looking in is why?
What I heard from Charlie was about the loss of our first daughter, and in some way he felt like he was getting back at the Lord for the loss that we had sustained.
Do you believe your husband was mentally ill?
On that day, he was absolutely mentally ill.
But he also planned it out.
It was suggested to me that all those years of undealt with depression resulted in a psychotic break.
Marie is still searching for the reasons, while every detail of that fateful morning continues to haunt her.
It was a very normal day in that the kids were, getting ready for school, and everything felt just as it should be. Charlie walked down to the bus stop with us that morning.
I read that he had you call the kids back because he wanted to say one last thing to them.
Right. He told them that he loved them, and he gave them each a kiss before they boarded the bus that morning.
Did it seem unusual?
In that moment, it didn't feel unusual, but looking back on it, it was definitely a distinct moment.
It was a goodbye.
It was.
Less than 3 hours later, Marie heard from her husband.
He called her. He did not tell her where he was.
I was begging him not to do whatever it was that he was planning to do and asking him to come home so we could talk about it. And he was telling me that it was too late.
Just minutes later, Robert shot the girls. What were the days and weeks in your home leading up to the shooting?
I think there was definitely heaviness the weekend before. You look back and you think, what were the signs and how did I miss them and how did I not see any of that coming?
How did your children react?
It was the thing I dreaded most, and I thought, of all the things I've ever thought that might be hard about life, this by far surpasses all of them.
Marie has since remarried, their children from previous marriages now part of their own modern family. And although Marie has started a new chapter, the greatest difficulty is reconciling that the man she loved was also a murderer.
I loved the way that he was with kids. The very thing that drew me to him was the very thing that he chose to act in the complete opposite way.
And there was, if you can find one, a silver lining in this horrific tragedy, because I think we can all remember the incredible forgiveness extended to Marie and her family by the Amish community. In fact, within mere hours, the very people who had lost their little girls came to the house to personally reach out to Marie and her children, offer their comfort and support to them. And that is why she is where she is today, and her children are doing so well.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's some interview.